Muncaster Castle. Muncaster Castle is a private estate and family home which dates back to the later 13th century and is believed to be built on Roman remains. Located in Cumbria, the heart of the beautiful Lake District in northwest England, it has long been considered one of the most haunted places in the UK. Family and friends of the Penningtons, who have lived at Muncaster for centuries, have reported several terrifying occurrences. Footsteps would follow one of the family to his study in the winter, also alarming his dogs. A guest had the door to his bedroom fly open, and later that night the handle rattled furiously. One of the most unsettling tales of Muncaster, however, is that of Tom Skelton. Also known as Tom Fool, he was a medieval jester at the castle who would frequently sit outside under an old tree and wait for passers-by to ask for directions. If he didn't like the look of them, he would send them down to the quicksand by the River Esk. There is also a portrait of him which hangs in the castle. It shows a scowling Tom Skelton holding his will, which predicts his own death by drowning. It was by this portrait that a visitor heard footsteps on stone approaching behind her. She turned to see who it was, and there was no one there. The entire corridor was also carpeted. The most haunted room of the castle is the tapestry room. When guests were still allowed to stay in that wing of the castle, several of them reported hearing footsteps, doors opening and shutting, and, perhaps most disturbing of all, a child crying and someone muttering and murmuring, trying to soothe it. Whilst investigating these claims, the family historian discovered that before the renovation of the castle, the tapestry room and surrounding area were the nurseries, and the fourth Lord of Muncaster, Gamel Pennington, lost his only daughter Margaret when she was only 11 years old. It is said that before she died, she would suffer from terrible screaming fits. Lord Carlisle, who stayed there one night in the 80s, described hearing the loud crying of a baby from inside his room, and has refused to ever stay at Muncaster again.